Okay, now that we've established a more manageable X, let's look at the info for our X columns. And what we see here is we have, well, you can see from the head, I mean, you've got some string columns and some null values, right? Now, warning. If you were going to eliminate rows based on the null values, you would want to include Y within your X first, okay, and make the modifications for Y as well. Otherwise, you're going to have a different number of rows for X and Y, and the machine learning model will not work, okay? This is a mistake that students will sometimes make. So if I wanted to correct that or make sure about it, I could simply include, I think it was even the next column, like whatever's next here, you can look at it at the top, it's the, or even here, it's the ratings count. And so you could put ratings count to ensure that Y continues. Now, I'm not going to eliminate any rows here. Instead, we're going to fill the null values. Okay, one of them is a numerical column and one is a language code, right? So for the language code, to fill that column, I put in language code. It's not X here. Usually working with X, but usually with df, we're actually in X. So I want language code dot fill in a, and what do I fill it with? Well, I want to fill it with the mode because this is a numerical column that will be the most common. And so X language code dot mode is probably English, right? Okay, so that's gonna should fill those null values. Now, what about the original publication year? Well, we could do something similar. I mean, there are other ways you could probably dissect this to actually figure it out, right? But if we want to just use something, what do we want to fill those null values with? Well, I mean, we could try the median, right? The mean could give us a decimal and not an actual year. Let's go with the actual median. Oops, I wanted to copy the whole. So when you're putting inside of like the fill in A, you want the whole, column name with the X, and now to close it, dot median, okay? And what I want to check now again is X itself to see if the null values are filled in. Okay, they're not because I forgot. See, this is why it's important to check. I forgot you want to put something like in place equals true. Okay. You can also redefine it using without that. Okay, so we'll try that again with in place equals true. Run the code. And it actually did work for the average rating. It did not work for the mode here. And, Pandas is updating, so I'm getting a lot of these lately, these future warnings, oh, you're trying to set a copy of it. So, it says try using df dot, I've seen this before. Okay, so we can look at this. I should have laughed, but it's the above used to work fine. Okay, so it says let's try this. Okay, so it says to try using this. Okay, so let's look at this. Instead, I'm going to copy what they're suggesting. Okay, I'm going to put it in here. And so what they're suggesting is to use x.fillinA, okay? Right, because that's our method. X is our df, fillinA is our method. The column is language code, right? That's what we're trying to change. They always have technical reasons for doing things like this. And what we're replacing with it is the mode, okay? It's interesting that the second one just worked. It'll probably still show the warning. So let's see if I just do it for the first one. Now, this code used to work, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I'm going to comment it out. Okay, so that's what they recommended. Let's see if I got it right. Not quite. Let's try it again. Call value. Oh, sometimes like if you need to establish this as a value first. Let me try that. It's just ENG, I believe, but let's just do it using code. Call it val for value. And I put that in here, I believe. Oh, gotta close that parentheses. df method, call, oh, I think is there an extra parentheses here? Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Okay, try it one more time. It still didn't work. And this is normal. I don't usually like leave the errors up like this because I'm like, oh, but this is kind of can be instructive. So, you know, they give us like another one to actually try here. Okay, which is try like reassigning the column. And so I think I'll just do it like that. I'll reassign the columns. And so just to show you like how does that work? Well, okay, it's you're redefining the column. See, in place equals true is like, it's like you're changing the whole data set. I think that's what they don't like. So now I've got the, language code. Now I've got the column and I'm redefining that in terms of the fill in A. What am I filling it with? Well, it's the name of the column. This is a little messy here. It's what I have up here, actually. Right, if you already have the code, go ahead and put it. So I'm basically putting the entire thing on the right side. Okay, I'm gonna delete what they recommended. I probably did something wrong with it. If you ever see red underlines like here, you could add the parentheses. And try it again. Oh boy, it still didn't work. df call equals df call dot method dot value. I'm not sure. I mean, this is the value. Not sure why this isn't working. I wonder if there's something about. The other thing is you can check it by individual parts. Okay, so this is a great deep dive into errors. Like if I look at, okay, what is the mode? Okay, so it's showing like it's showing a data frame with English. I mean, it's showing the right thing. Okay, so I think that looks good. You know, if we compare it with like, let's compare it with the other one. Let's see if we see any differences. Okay. So let's check this. And that's interesting because that's just a number. And so that could be the issue, is that the mode isn't properly converting. And so we could try, I mean, once you know what it is, you could just put it in here. Okay. So it's just English. It's ENG. It's a string. And let's try this one more time. And bada bing, there we go. So there was an issue, and this is an issue with like some of the changes coming into pandas. Okay. And you know, that can sometimes happen where it takes like a lot of steps to correct null values. Things may not work as expected. You just keep going, keep digging, keep looking into the errors. And you can see it took a lot of work, but there we have all non-null values and we're in good shape.